This great event is being brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, with Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Bob Aram for Top Rank Incorporated, Gold Star Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, Boxer, World of Boxing, Warriors Boxing, and Sella. Along with their great sponsors, Saudi Tourism Authority, Saudi National Bank, STC, Dr. Suleiman El Habib Medical Group, Saudi Airlines, New Muraba Development Company, Tawuniya, Hunger Station, Lucid Motors, and Altan Feedy. A big thanks to those great sponsors. It will be shown worldwide and in the UK on DAZN and also in the UK on TNT Sports Box Office and Sky Sports Box Office. Let's now get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters will be competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest. First, we will welcome a native of Chinandega, Nicaragua, now fighting out of Bratislava, Slovakia. He is a veteran of 53 professional bouts. Let's welcome Angel El Cojete Gomez.
Well, here comes Angel Gomez El Cojete. He's been taking it all in this week. He had a public workout. His name has been up in lights like never before.
And now let's welcome undefeated with 2 victories. He hails from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Here is mighty Mohammed Alakel.
And here's his opponent, mighty Mohammed Alakel. Fight number 3 for him. Joe Gallagher by his side as well. Great to see Joe here and in form. Fight number 3 for Mohammed Alakel.
We will first welcome to the scale Angel Gomez. .132.1 for Angel El Cojete Gomez. Now to the scale, Mohammed Alakel. .134.1 for mighty Mohammed Alakel.
Mohammed Alakel has been getting tips from the legendary Roberto Duran in the gym.
In a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest.
No doubt those tips would have helped him, Andy.
How can it not, being around somebody like that? You look at the shape that they're both in here, though. Look at Gomez. He's loving this, isn't he? He's loved it all week, and he absolutely should, because these are the days of your life. If you're a fighter, whatever side of the card you're on, and he's not come here to play games, Angel Gomez. You can see that. So Alakel, I think, will get a test tomorrow night.
Roberto Duran also not here to play games. He's been around all week. Came to the press conference, got a wonderful ovation from the press and the crowd in attendance, and gets a quick photo with Joe Gallagher. Let's head back to Thomas Triber.
Well, Mohammed, fight card of the century in your home country, and you're one of the fights opening the show. Any nerves for you coming into this fight?
No nerves. One night to go, less than 24 hours to go, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to putting on a show for my fans, and yeah.
You got the great Joe Gallagher working your corner. Had a chance, too, to work with Roberto Duran during this fight camp. What was that like?
Yeah, I learned a lot. I can show you Saturday night what I've learned.
You've got a lot of experienced opponent in front of you on Saturday. What do you want to show in this fight?
Just a skillful performance, hopefully, yeah.
Good luck, Mohammed.
Thank you.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round welterweight contest. We will first welcome from Moana para Brazil, a veteran of 26 professional bouts. Let's welcome Jonatas de Oliveira.
Well, here is the 29-year-old from Brazil, fight number 27. He will be taking on Ziad Almayouf tomorrow evening.
And now let's welcome undefeated with 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 win coming by way of knockout. He hails from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Here is Ziad Zizo Almayouf.
Well, never fear, because Zizo is here. He has carried himself like a bit of a superhero this week. At the public workout, he had the Saudi flag
First, we welcome
with him.
to the scale, Jonatas de Oliveira.
And he did a few superhero type poses, did Ziad Almayouf. Spoke very passionately at the press conference as well. Let's have a look at his opponent on the scales.
141.8 for Jonatas de Oliveira. Now to the scale, Ziad Almayouf. 143.2 for Ziad Zizo Almayouf.
Great shape on Ziad Almayouf, coming off that draw in his last fight. We'll be looking to get back to winning ways. You can see draped
Once
in the
again,
Saudi
ladies and
flag.
gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round welterweight contest.
Oliveira, the opponent, Dave, has got some swag though, hasn't he? I've seen him around the last couple of days, and the way he walked onto that stage and the way he's standing there now looking at Almayouf again, he is not here to make up the numbers.
No, and you'd expect that, because look at where he is. You know, it's an opportunity for not only the home fighters to impress, but these guys that come in as opponents. Even if they don't win the fight, they come in, show their character, put on a great fight and test the prospect. They're going to be brought up for the next prospect there. So, you know, they've got everything to gain as well.
Zizo, didn't get the result you wanted last time around, but you went to Liverpool for this training camp. Buddy McGirt said you got the best sparring of your career. What kind of fighter are we going to see on Saturday?
Listen, the journey dictates the result, but the result does not dictate the journey. And I'm just enjoying the camp, enjoying the journey, and I want to gift my fight and I want to gift my win, God willing, to the Saudis and to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for Saudi Founding Day, February 23rd.
How does it feel to be back here fighting one more time?
Long may it continue. You know, when you talk about the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and boxing, you have to talk about Zizo. So I'm here to stay.
Good luck, Zizo.
Thank you, Chris.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it'll be for the WBO Interim Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. We will first welcome the challenger from Liverpool, England. He brings a professional record of 30 wins, 2 defeats, 22 of those 30 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former Ring Magazine champion and the former WBA super middleweight champion of the world, Callum Mundo Smith.
Well, here comes Callum Smith, former world super middleweight champion, former Ring Magazine super middleweight champion. He's got the credentials. He wants to become a 2-weight world champion. A big win over Boazzi on Saturday. He's on his way.
Welcome the defending champion from London, England, a 2016 Olympic bronze medalist, now undefeated as a professional with 19 wins. 13 of those 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning and defending WBO interim light heavyweight champion of the world, Joshua Buatsi.
Well, here is the opponent, Joshua Buatsi. He is the reigning and defending WBO interim light heavyweight champion, but he's an interim champion who doesn't really want that belt. He wants the full title.
Callum Smith. 174.1 for Callum Mundo Smith.
Callum Smith looks absolutely huge.
Now to the scale, the
How did he
defending
do
champion
super
Joshua
middleweight?
Buatsi. 175 pounds for Joshua Buatsi.
So Buatsi's hit the weight absolutely on the chin and
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest for the WBO interim light heavyweight championship of the world.
Just watching Buatsi go onto the stage though, yet to see Virgil Hunter this week around any of these events.
Yeah, that as a coach, that's a strange one. I mean, I get it sometimes, press conference, they might not turn up, but the waiting, the coach is always there, so that is a strange one for me.
Smith looks like he filled out pretty well as well. He just, whereas Buatsi doesn't really look much different after, as the days rolled on.
I think we're going to hear very shortly from Callum Smith first, who is the challenger.
One of the best light heavyweights in the world today. Your only loss is to the cream of the crop, Canelo Alvarez and Artur Beterbiev. What do you say to those who believe for Buatsi this could be the passing of the torch moment?
Tune in tomorrow night and you'll see.
Are you impressed with what you've seen from Buatsi? Is he on your level?
Yeah, he's a good fighter, but I've said all along I believe I'm better and I get the chance to show that.
I know in your past training camps, specifically against Canelo Alvarez, you felt you weren't at your best. Will you be at your best tomorrow night?
Yeah, most definitely.
And what do you have to do to win?
Just be me, turn up, perform the way I know I can, and I'm good enough to get the job done.
Good luck, Callum. Let's send it over to Chris.
Well, Joshua, the talk is almost over, almost time to get into the ring. How are you feeling going into this fight?
Feeling good. I'm looking forward to it. But you're right, the talk's almost over, so it's time to fight.
You came up alongside Callum Smith for many years, watched him for many years. Did you envision fighting him in the past?
First part of the sentence, not true. Did I envision him? Possibly, but now it's real.
This promotion has been very respectful between you two guys, but what is this fight going to look like in the ring?
I think everyone knows what to expect, so we wait till tomorrow.
Good luck, Joshua.
Thank you.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the vacant WBC interim heavyweight championship of the world. We will first welcome from Bochum, Germany, undefeated with 25 wins, 17 of those 25 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the undefeated former two-time EBU European champion and the #1 ranked contender by the WBC, Agit Kabayel.
Well, here comes Agit Kabayel, former two-time European heavyweight champion. He is an in-form heavyweight, a real success of Riyadh story. Just keeps on winning. Let's see if he can beat the Big Bang on Saturday night.
And now let's welcome, fighting out of Bloomfield, New Jersey, USA, by way of Shenzhou, China, a 2008 Olympic silver medalist, now has a professional record consisting of 27 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 22. Of those 27 wins, coming by way of knockout, he is the former WBO interim world champion and the #2 ranked contender by the WBC. Here is Chalet Big Bang Shaw!
I'm ready, suddenly, I thank you.
Well, that is the theme tune, and you know who's on their way to the scales or the ring. Gile Big Bang Zhang.
We will first welcome to the scale, Agit Kabayel.
Well, Agit Kabayel, I'm keen to know what the size difference is going to be. 2 giants, and Gile Zhang usually outweighs his opponent by quite a lot.
£241 for Agit Kabayel.
That's 17 stone 3, exactly what he was against Mahmoud, of a bit heavier than against Sanchez. It's what we expected.
Coming straight out of New York. Bang bang, ain't got no time to talk. Bang bang, it's the big bang song. Bang bang.
287.5 for Chalet Big Bang Shaw.
287, that's 20 and a half stones, so pretty much where he's been his last few fights.
12-round contest. It will be for the vacant WBC Interim Heavyweight Championship of the World.
I'll tell you what, the build-up's been pretty fun. They've been talking about, I'm going to bang you, I'm going to bang you. That was intense up there.
Do you know what? Just looking at Zhang, I actually seen his weight there. I actually expect him to be lighter because I've seen him around and he looks, I mean, he's a huge guy, but he just looks slimmer than what he has been in the past.
Zhang does carry the weight well.
Yeah.
For a big guy, he's not a big fat unit. He's a big geezer, and he does carry it well. And for a southpaw, the way he moves and the side of him, it makes him unorthodox. I wouldn't say awkward, I'd say unorthodox. Yeah.
It's a fascinating heavyweight fight. WBC Interim Heavyweight Championship on the line. Gile Zhang and Agit Kabayel. I think we're going to hear very shortly from the unbeaten Agit Kabayel, who joins Todd Christian.
Agit Kabayel, you've had 25 professional fights. Where would you rank Gile Zhang amongst your opponents?
Yes, another big challenge wait for me Saturday. I'm ready for the next challenge. Let's go.
We heard yesterday he said he was going to bang you, and then you said you were going to bang him. But can you really stand and trade with somebody who outweighs you as much as he does?
I said this yesterday. Tomorrow we will see. He bang me or I bang him.
One of the two. I know Germany's been waiting for a world heavyweight champion for a long time. Your country's behind you. They think you are the next guy to do it. What's your message to your German fans?
All my German fans, all my Kurdish fans, support me. Inshallah, tomorrow we'll be world champion. Inshallah.
Best of luck. Chris?
Well, Gile, you were bouncing around here on the stage after weighing in. You look like you're in a pretty good mood. How are you feeling going into this fight?
称重之后感觉心情很好，现在感觉怎么样？
现在心情更好，因为称重结束之后，然后意味着比赛马上就要来临。
Feel even better after the weigh-in. The show is on.
This guy's a very active guy in the ring, moves around a lot. What's the key for you to tracking him down?
对方的移动很多，那你有什么招呢？
我没有招，我的招就是随着他的招而变。
Oh, I have to be like water, have no key. Everything is my key.
What's your prediction for this fight?
预测一下。
KO, knockout, sleep.
Thanks, Gile.
Our next 2 fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the WBC Interim Super Welterweight Championship of the World. We will first welcome the challenger from Khiva, Uzbekistan, a stellar amateur with over 300 victories. He now has a professional record consisting of 10 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw. 7 of those 10 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBA super welterweight champion of the world, Israel, the Dream Madrimov.
Well, there are so many tremendous fights on this card, and this is very much one of them. Israel Madrimov, former world champion, in against Virgil Ortiz. Fantastic fight. I almost can't believe it's happening, this one.
This is the one that's kind of the sleeper on the card, the one that people are overlooking, but it could be the fight of the night.
The defending champion from Grand Prairie, Texas, USA. He brings an undefeated record with 22 wins. 21 of those 22 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending WBC interim super welterweight champion of the world, Virgil Ortiz Jr.
I totally agree with what Matt just said. This is such a good fight. He had 12 hard rounds against Suhai Bochuk last time out, Ortiz, and he needed them. He needed that seasoning at super welter, and he got
to the
it.
scale, the challenger, Israel Madrimov. $152.1 for the challenger, Israel, the Dream Madrimov.
Interesting that he made the weight out easily. He's nearly 2 pounds underneath there.
Virgil Ortiz Jr. $153.1 for the defending champion, Virgil Ortiz Jr.
Of course, Virgil Ortiz makes weight as well in his new weight division that he campaigns in. He's up at 154 now. Tremendous fight, this one, Johnny.
This one will be one of those classic toe-to-toe fights. I believe goes the distance.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the WBC Interim Super Welterweight Championship of the World.
Well, they call Madrimov the Dream. He will be hoping he is a nightmare for Virgil Ortiz tomorrow. It's a completely different stylistic matchup to Bochuk, but one that will absolutely deliver.
100%, and you look at the way these two have filled out since they weighed in at lunchtime. I was down there and they looked fine. Everybody looked pretty good actually on the scales today, but it's like someone's just stuck a valve in them and inflated them. And by tomorrow night they'll look even better when they've rehydrated and replenished a little bit more. These are some absolutely prime athletes.
Standing by here with Israel Madrimov, your last fight, a razor-close decision loss to Terrence Crawford. How difficult do you expect this fight to be compared to that fight?
Yeah, this fight different, but Virgil is top guy, top fighter, very aggressive fight. I think it's very interesting fight, inshallah.
He has got a lot of hype coming around him. Do you think he is as good as everybody seems to think that he is?
Много хайпа вокруг него. Ты думаешь, он настолько хорош, как о нем говорят?
We are sure. We are see tomorrow, inshallah.
Okay, there you go. In his last fight, he got dropped a couple of times. You lost a close decision win in your last fight. How aggressive are you going to be in going for a knockout?
Ты проиграл решение последний бой, он упал 2 раза. Насколько агрессивным тебе нужно быть в бою, чтобы выиграть?
First of all, I won't come back belt, inshallah, tomorrow. My mind is only thinking victory.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Israel Madrimov. Over to Chris.
Well, Virgil, you were here back in November for Golden Boys Latino Night. You were excited about getting this kind of opportunity to fight here in Riyadh. How are you feeling now that it's almost here?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready for war. I'm ready for whatever comes tomorrow night. and I'm just ready to get it on.
You've got a full year of fighting in this junior middleweight division under your belt now. How much more comfortable do you feel now than you did when you first started this campaign?
You know what? I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. You know, I feel 100% ready physically, mentally, emotionally, all that stuff. And that's it. We're going to see it tomorrow night.
This guy fought a pretty competitive fight against Terrence Crawford back in the summer. When you watched that, did you see things in his game that you can take advantage of?
I mean, everyone's going to have some chinks in the armor. You know, I'm not Crawford. So, I mean, different ones can come up for me, and it'll be up to me to expose them.
Your fight against Sergey Bohachuk was widely considered the fight of the year in 2024. Do you think this fight has that potential?
It has the potential. It for sure has the potential to steal the show, too.
Good luck, Virgil.
Thank you.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it'll be for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger from Ilford, Essex, England. He is undefeated with 21 wins, 17 of those 21 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the undefeated former EBU European, Commonwealth, and WBC silver champion, and the #1 ranked contender by the WBC. Here is Hamza Shiraz.
Well, there is a feeling that since the days of Gennady Golovkin, this middleweight division has been holding out for a hero. Heavy-handed Hamza Shiraz may just be that man. He challenges for the world title tomorrow night.
And now let's welcome the defending champion from Elias Piña in la República Dominicana. His professional record, 24 wins, just 1 defeat, 18 of those 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending WBC middleweight champion of the world, Carlos El Caballo Bronco Adames.
Well, here comes Carlos Adames, the WBC World Middleweight Champion. The voice that you just heard was that of Derek Chisora, who has joined us on comms.
Hello. How are you?
Well, very well, Derek.
And first to the scale, we welcome the challenger, Hamza Shiraz. 159 pounds for the challenger, Hamza Shiraz. Now to the scale, the defending champion, Carlos Adames. 158.1 for the defending world champion, Carlos El Caballo Bronco Adames.
Well, both look big and strong. Carlos Adames, I mean, he's worked his way through the weights. He looks like he's perfectly fine at middleweight as the middleweight world champion, Andy.
100%. The weigh-in today was kind of behind closed doors. There was officials and then fighter plus one. But I managed to sneak into this one. They both look good. Have been tiny at the weight, they're struggling at the weight. It's because he's so tall. Everybody has a hard time believing that it's not almost impossible. It's hard, but it should be hard.
Hey, man.
He looks good.
Hey, man.
Well, there is a meanness in the eyes of Adames, but Shiraz staring right back, cold. What a fight for the WBC World Middleweight Championship tomorrow night. All part of the last crescendo.
Hamza, the last year of your career has been outrageous. Congratulations on all your success, but there are some of those out there that feel this fight might be too much too soon. What do you say to them?
Listen, I only have one word to say. Inshallah. See you tomorrow night. Thank you very much.
All right, Hamza Shiraz.
You've had a big smile on your face all week long. One of the happiest guys I've seen to be here. You said you're going to knock this guy out. You said you're going to decapitate him. Why are you so confident coming into this fight?
Tú tienes la semana entera sonriendo, súper feliz. Tú has dicho que lo va a decapitar, que lo va a noquear. ¿Por qué tú estás tan confiado?
Por mi trabajo, por mi forma de pelear, por mi forma de brindarle espectáculo al público, por el tipo de peleador que soy, yo pienso que será un peleador fácil para mí.
I think he will be an easy fighter for me because of my hard work, my work ethic, my ability, and all my camp process.
It's a big, tall guy across from you. What's going to be the key to knocking him out?
Es un tigre alto y grande. ¿Cuál es la clave para noquearlo?
Ya se lo repetí anterior, los cocos son más altos y lo tumbamos, a él también.
I already said this before. Coconuts are higher and we still take them down, so I'll do the same to him.
He's got the size. You've got the experience. You've fought a lot of good guys in your career. Can that experience be an advantage?
Él tiene el tamaño, pero tú tienes la experiencia. Tú has peleado con muchos buenos peleadores. Esa experiencia es una ventaja para ti.
Exacto, esa es mi ventaja, esa es mi clave. Tener esa experiencia, saber que enfrenté grandes peleadores de grande nombre, grandes rivales y no han podido vencerme. No creo que él pueda vencerme.
Yeah, my experience is my advantage. Knowing that I faced big fighters, big names, that's the key for me to win.
Good luck, Carlos.
Thank you.
Well, it's been pretty...
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow it will be a battle of the undefeated 12 rounds scheduled for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World. We will welcome first the challenger, fighting out of Doncaster, Yorkshire, England, undefeated with 15 wins, 4 wins, coming by way of knockout. Here is the highly ranked and undefeated challenger, Josh Paddy Padley.
Well, at about 6 o'clock on Tuesday evening, Josh Padley was in a loft fitting a bit of solar paneling. He is an electrician as well as an unbeaten boxer. And if he can spark out Shakur Stevenson, what a story!
And now let's welcome the defending champion, fighting out of Brick City, Newark, New Jersey, USA. A 2016 Olympic silver medalist, now undefeated with 22 wins. 10 of those 22 wins coming by way of knockout. He is a 3-weight world champion. And tomorrow, the reigning and defending WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson.
It's a hell of a task that Josh Padley has got. He won't be under any illusions about this because this guy, a 3-weight world champion, truly believes he is the best fighter on this card, and
we will welcome to the scale first,
he may well
the challenger,
prove to be correct.
Padley. 134 pounds for the undefeated challenger, Josh Paddy Padley. Now to the scale, the undefeated defending champion, Shakur Stevenson. $130. 34.1 for the defending world champion, Shakur Stevenson.
Well, Johnny, as you said, this would be the shock of all shocks if Josh Padley pulls this one off.
You know what, Josh Padley, coming from Doncaster, he was willing to be sat at home watching this with his mates. Now he's centre stage. What an opportunity.
It's a real life Rocky story.
It is, but this is interesting because Stevenson is trying to put some fear in him here. He's heard the stories about him being in a loft at 6 o'clock and driving his van to Leeds to get a check weight and then going to the opticians. But right here, right now, Matt Stevenson is giving it to Padley and letting him know this is the big time.
He's letting him know you're on a different level here. This is a different stage to anything you've ever seen before.
Well, a little bit of a shove there,
And
a
I
little bit of a
wonder
flashpoint.
when he steps away, Josh Padley, will the realisation that this is another level hit him?
I'll tell you what,
He's enjoying it up there, but you know, this is another level.
I love the way he conducted himself though as well. Against Mark Chamberlain, he wasn't supposed to win. He went there, Wembley Stadium, and he upset Mark Chamberlain.
All right, here he is, Rocky Balboa himself, about to take on Apollo Creed. Take us back 2 days ago, to those who haven't heard, when you got the call and they said, do you want to fight Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah, it's what dreams are made of. Obviously, this is what you're getting for boxing for. World title shot, pinnacle of the sport. I'm going to grab it with both hands.
It's one thing to accept a fight against Shakur, another thing to beat him. How do you knock off one of the pound-for-pound best?
Tune in Saturday night to see it.
Hey, I know there's a lot of people in your hometown who are putting 100 quid on you to win 25,000. What's your message to those that believe in you, the ultimate underdog?
They backed me last time, and we took the bookies to the bank, and we're going to do it again.
All right, well, good luck to you. Chris, over to you.
Well, Shakur, a little back and forth there between you and Josh Padley at the weigh-in. What was your message to him there?
I told him I'm gonna beat his ass. It's a lot of energy going on there. He got a lot of energy, so let's settle it in the ring.
It's been a long week for you. I mean, how often during this week did you wonder if you were going to be able to fight at all?
It was a couple of times, but you know, I stayed focused. I stayed locked in. Opponent switches don't do nothing for me, but you know, I'm going to shine. I'm coming to shine tomorrow, and tomorrow's my time.
You were preparing for a fight against Floyd Schofield. You get a fighter that fights a very different style than Floyd Schofield. How difficult do you think it's going to be for you to figure him out?
I already told y'all once, I was amateur before, so in the amateurs, you fight any and everybody on different days. This is nothing new for me. I've been here before. It's showtime. Let's do it.
You're a 3-division world champion, the reigning WBC world champion at 135, but last year, as you've said, was a challenging year for you. Is this the kind of fight where you can remind people how great you are?
I promise I'm going to remind them tomorrow. Tomorrow's my time. I'm coming to have fun, and I'm putting belt to ass.
Good luck, Shakur.
Well, he's got big plans with his belt. Let's see if he can retain his belt. Of course, the WBC World Lightweight Championship on the line tomorrow night for Shakur Stevenson. Josh Padley is ranked in the top 15, so it's not like he's come out of nowhere. He's in the rankings, and he's earned his shot by beating Mark Chamberlain.
Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event tomorrow, it is scheduled for 12 rounds in the heavyweight division. It will be Martin Bacoli taking on from South Auckland, New Zealand. His professional record, 35 wins, 3 defeats, 23 of those 35 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBO heavyweight world champion and the current WBO interim heavyweight champion of the world, Lupe Soliai La'auli Ale Maliatoa, a.k.a. Joseph Artur.
Well, what a 24 hours it has been for big Joseph Parker. He was supposed to fight Daniel Dubois, who unfortunately had to be withdrawn from the fight. There was a scramble for opponents. One of the names that was mentioned was one of the most avoided heavyweights in the world, Martin Bacoli. Joseph Parker said, "Bring me Bacoli."
He's not bothered. He's genuinely not bothered. You could see it on his face when he was caught in real time having the news broken to him. He's trained well. Everything has gone right. He just wants to fight.
£267 for Joseph Parker.
Stone won. His target weight was 120 kilos, which is 264, so he's come in 267. That's exactly where they wanted him to be. His previous heaviest is 255, so he's 12 pounds over that. That is plenty, but you can see where it's gone. He has eaten his way up there in a way, but it's muscle, isn't it? He's solid.
It's a career heavy Joe Parker as he faces off with Frank Warren for a bit of fun. Oh, a bit of a flashpoint there as Frank's giving him a shove. I'll tell you what though, he's going to need all of that £267 because Martin Bercoli is going to come in as big as a house tomorrow night.
He'll be north for 300, won't he? Definitely.
Martin Bercoli still in the air. We understand he lands at around 2 a.m. and under 24 hours later, there'll be the fight.
Well, Joe, I can't imagine you've ever weighed in by yourself before, especially not for a fight of this magnitude. What have the last 24 hours been like for you?
You know what? It's been amazing. I mean, to Daniel Dubois, I hope he gets better soon. To Martin Bercoli, thank you for taking this fight on short notice. And my team for making this happen. His Excellency, Turkey Al-Sheikh, Spencer Brown, Andy David, and it's great to have the Deputy Prime Minister of New Zealand here to show support as well, and my whole team. But it's been crazy. And I'd like to thank Martin Bercoli for taking this fight. I'm looking forward to being in the ring with him tomorrow and going to work.
I think I was among the people, a lot of people that were shocked that you said yes to Martin Bercoli, who has emerged as something of a boogeyman in the heavyweight division. Did you have any hesitation about taking this fight?
I wanted this fight. I wanted this fight because I want to challenge myself, and Martin Bercoli's right up there. Bring him on.
He's a different type of fighter than Daniel Dubois. You've only had a couple of days to work on the game plan. How much of it changes when it's Martin Bercoli across from you and not Daniel Dubois?
There's a few changes that we've worked on last night, spoken about it today, and it's all going to come together tomorrow.
Good luck, Joseph.
Thank you.
Great attitude, Joe Parker.
Without a doubt, the great attitude. But I'll tell you one thing, I'll be giving all the heavyweights in the top 10, doing them a massive favour dealing with Martin Bercoli, because yes, he's a bogeyman. Yes, you know when Bercoli's coming in at a disadvantage. This is kind of an indirect way of getting him out of the ring. But Bercoli's got different plans. He says he's going to shock the world. And I'm just saying, let your imagination run away with itself. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if he did?
Listen, this is Riyadh. Strange things happen in the heavyweight division in Riyadh and in Riyadh season events. We have seen so much over the last 18 months or so. We could see something like that again. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Anything could happen. You know, Bercoli was probably the most avoided fighter in the heavyweight division. But he gets the phone call, he accepts the challenge, he's on a flight over here, and you know, depending on what shape he's in, he's going to give Joseph Parker fits for, you know, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, 6 rounds. If he's really fit and he's in good shape, you know, it could be the full 12 rounds.
What do we think's going through Joe Parker's head? And I'll ask the fighters here. I don't know if you've ever had this kind of late turnaround where you've suddenly got to prepare for someone else.
Historically, in all of the fight game, if you're the main fighter or you're fighting and your opponent pulls out at the last minute, it's very hard to lift yourself to give the standing the same respect, the same instinct, the same fear and fight that you need to have. And so in this fight here, it's very different because even though Joseph Parker knows he's different, even though he knows he's a threat, he's still got to lift himself up and think, right, I've got to get this guy out of the way because too many careers have been ruined by standards.
But I think because Joseph Parker knows Bercoli's upset the apple cart a few times recently with Jared Anderson, I don't think he'll be looking past him. I think he will get back up for it.
It's one of those, and listen, we've heard the sparring stories every time I tweet something, Billy Nelson is in there in the replies. He's telling the world that Bicoli has knocked out, I think, everyone in sparring. It's time to find out if it's the real thing.
It absolutely is, and we're all fascinated to see what he's going to weigh when he eventually does weigh in. As I said earlier, he was 21 stone 5 against Carlos Takam. That wasn't the plan, but he had an injury during camp, which meant that he came in heavier than they wanted him to, and he won that fight in good style. Joseph Parker is better than Carlos Takam. Let's just be absolutely clear about that. So he is a fighter who can carry weight because he has really good mechanics. He gets his feet underneath him, and as Johnny described earlier, he rolls the punches out, economy of effort, and that's how he can move his hands as much as he does. But Parker's crafty, he's experienced. You look at what he did to Deontay Wilder, then Zhilei Zhang, you look at the size he is. People are talking about how this is difficult for Parker. Make no mistake, this is very hard for Bicoli.
And Parker will be in fantastic shape here. He was prepared for Daniel Dubois. He's prepared for 12 hard rounds. You know, Bicoli won't be. It'd be impossible for Bicoli to prepare for 12 rounds because he took it on short notice.
Well, let's head over to the main event. Here is Michael Buffer.
World class and championship boxing for your entertainment like no other, considered to be, from the top to the bottom, one of the greatest cards, if not the greatest card in the history of the sport. Right here in attendance and on the stage this evening, we've already seen the Hall of Fame, past, present, and future. So ladies and gentlemen, it's all brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GEA, with Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Bob Arams, Top Rank Incorporated, Gold Star Promotions, World of Boxing, and Silla, and sponsored by the Saudi Tourism Authority, Saudi National Bank, STC, Dr. Sulaiman Al Habib Medical Group, Saudi Airlines, New Moruba Development Company, Tawunya, Hunger Station, Lucid Motors, and Al Tanfidi. And ladies and gentlemen, as always, special thanks to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and the chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring the two fighters fighting for the undisputed title to the stage. This is the moment we've been waiting for, the weigh-in, and then in 24 hours, the main event. So it'll be live, and all these titles are on the line for the WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF, and IBA, plus the prestigious Ring Magazine Championship belt. This is the rematch the world has been waiting for the undisputed title. 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed light heavyweight championship of the world. First to the stage, the challenger. His record stands at 24 fights, 23 victories, including 12 wins by knockout, and that one defeat. He's looking for revenge. Ladies and gentlemen, the former light heavyweight champion of the world, Dmitry.
Tremendous ovation here for the former world champion Dmitry Bivol. And it sounds strange, it sounds weird to introduce him as a former world champion, but that's what he is. He wants his revenge, he wants his belt back, and he wants all of Beterbiev's on Saturday night.
And let's bring up his opponent, ladies and gentlemen. His record stands as a perfect one. 21 fights, 21 victories, 20 big wins by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur Beterbiev.
Well, here comes Artur Beterbiev, who gets a huge ovation here as well. Undefeated, undisputed. He's been collecting belts October last year, he added the final piece of the jigsaw. He defeated Dmitry Bivol and became the undisputed king.
On to the scales, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the role of a challenger tomorrow night. The former world champion, Dmitry Bivol. 174.1 pounds for the challenger and former world champion. Next on to the scales, he's the undisputed and undefeated world champion. Once again, the title on the line, all the belts, including the Ring Magazine belt, for undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. 175 pounds for the undisputed world champion, Artur Beterbiev.
Beterbiev hitting the weight right on the nose. And what we've got here are two stone cold, pugilistic Jedis. We watched them back in October, we've been watching them during the course of this week, and Matt, it just doesn't get any better than this.
No, two top elite fighters at the very pinnacle of their powers, in the form of their careers, in a rematch, in a fight that had absolutely nothing between them, and I think this will be the same.
It is the best versus the best. It is the brutality of boxing against the beauty of boxing. It is everything that every fight fan wants to see, and it is live tomorrow, the last crescendo.
Press from all over the world. Stop making fights. Anybody that's interested in boxing knows how serious this fight is.
It's a serious fight, and Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol are cutting very, very serious figures. Let's hear from Dmitry Bivol first, who joins Tom Grisham on the mic.
Yeah, it is weird. You haven't been the challenger for a title in over a decade. You're coming off the first loss of your career. How differently does that feel to you heading into a fight?
You know, now I'm just focused on the fight. I don't try to feel that there is some difference or something new or something old. I said enough this time, and I'm just focusing on the fight, and I'm looking forward for it.
Yeah, you said you have to do more. What does that mean? What more do you have to do this time?
More, everything, just more to win, you know.
Hey, you still got a big crowd here and a lot of support. What's your message to your fans that believe you're going to become undisputed?
Yeah, thank you, guys. Спасибо, ребят, за поддержку. Это мои близкие, мои друзья, моя поддержка. Я им очень благодарен. Я всегда чувствую ее.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Well, Artur, this is our fourth and final interview, I promise, before this fight starts. You got a lot of fans out here in the crowd tonight. How are you feeling going into this fight?
I'm not bad, thank you. Not bad.
It's only been 133 days since that last fight. That's a fast turnaround, fast comeback for you. Is that a good thing for you?
I hope it's good.
No injuries for you in this training camp. Has that been helpful, not having to deal with any injuries?
Yes, of course it's good when his camp is going well.
The first fight was incredibly competitive. Are you expecting this fight to look the same?
I hope this fight is gonna be better than first fight.
In what way?
We'll see.
You said you can do a lot of things better in this rematch. What's one thing that you know that you can do better?
Boxing. I try to do boxing. Good boxing, you know.
Good luck, Artur.
Thank you.